there's some crossover between what I listen to and what she listens to. And I was showing her an Alice in Chains song. I was showing her Nutshell, which is and I was telling her, like, this is like putting a stethoscope onto an addict's heart. Like, this is so hopeless and so despondent. It's almost, it like takes your breath, you know, the song. And he's, you know, that last line is like, if I can't be my own, you know, I'd feel better dead.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And, you know, I told her a little story about, you know, how he passed away, and there were rumors about, you know, he had certain body parts that had been amputated as a result of his heroin addiction. You know, died alone with his cat. He was kind of a recluse in the end. But anyway, it was funny as I was listening to it, and I just know for so long. Yeah, there you go. So this is when they did that, and this was their last performance.
MTV Unplugged?
I believe so. They may have had one other show after this, but that was about it. Now I'm curious.
Did she like it?
No, she did, but it was just interesting to me as I was listening to it, and I told her, you know, I was lost here. Like, when this came out, I was so messed up on meth. Like, I was telling her I was living off of like garden salads every few days with Thousand Island dressing and like croutons. Like, this is what I would eat like every few days, and I would sleep every few days. So I would get like
April 10th, 1996.
96. Okay, yes, and it was I knew it was really
garden
really,
salad and Thousand Island dressing.
Yep. And
meth.
And
it's a meal of champions right there.
Lots of meth. Yeah, I got down to like 140 pounds.
Dang.
And yeah, it was bad. And as I was listening to this, I just know there was a period of years where I couldn't listen to this because it was too reminiscent of that old way of thinking.
Right.
Like, I can listen to this right now, and I can remember being, you know, however old I was, 14, something like that, all fucked up, like irredeemable. Like, there was absolutely no hope. You'd look at me and go,
96.
Maybe he has a year or two. Maybe.
I was pretty heavily into it in 96 as well.
Yeah. I mean, even here, right here, he's covering his arms for a reason. He's wearing shades for a reason. It's not to be cool.
He's a tortured soul right there.
Oh, totally. So I was like showing her this, and, you know, she liked it. But as I was listening to it, I was just thinking, man, there was a good period of time where I couldn't listen to that. Earlier on, I'll say the first few years of sobriety, there was just some things that I don't want to say that they were triggers, but they were just a little too close to where I got out of, you know. But yeah, it took a while, but now I can listen to it, and, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, sometimes it's just cool. And then other times, you know, when I was showing it to her, though, I did kind of get back into that mind frame. Not in the mind frame of, hey, I want to go get loaded.
Right.
I mean,
right.
It's
back
going
in the mind frame of why you were getting loaded.
Correct. So, like, I just remember that feeling of being lost and going, oh, I remember how hopeless that was. And I was overwhelmed with gratitude. You know, here I am driving with my daughter, you know. In a million years, you take, you know, 30 years back, and there's no way you could have calculated that moment would be a reality. So very, very grateful. But yeah, I mean, that's a big part of change. You know, sometimes the only thing that has to change is everything.
Yeah.
You know.